Costumes are what tell a character for who they are, immersing people in a world different from our own. We spoke to multiple creative minds from the community that display how they put paper to thread.
How's it going? All right. I'm Steve Mead. I'm with the D Squad. We're from Santa Cruz, California. And droids or cosplay, we do it all. So, I mean, you get the young and the old that just go nuts over them. And so, you know, half the time it's when they're happy to see them, and the other half the time is when they're afraid of them. You get a rush either way. Oh, wow, what inspired me to create the group? A bunch of friends and I, we got together and we thought, you know, we go to these shows and we hang out and we have fun. Why don't we put together a group and see if we can, you know, get a booth, you know, get stuff going.
Different people in the group will make earrings. We sell inflatable lightsabers, plastic lightsabers. We sell costume parts. What we'll do is we'll bring those items to the con and people will buy them for their own use. And then a lot of the money that we'll end up getting, we'll end up donating to different causes that we work with.
You have to remember, it's not one person that does everything in the group. It's everybody coming together and bringing their specialties, their happiness, their excitement.
My name is Jessica. I'm 19 years old and I've lived in Roseville, California my whole life. When it comes to cosplay, my main goals are just to have fun, improve my skills, and meet new awesome people. So recently I did Aria Blaze from the Dazzlings, and for that particular cosplay I had to learn how to make a helmet wig for the first time. That was an entire set of many new skills that I had to learn for that cosplay. There's a lot of people that I hope to work with someday. Getting advice, I feel like, counts as working with people, and there's a lot of good creators online that I have the opportunity to reach out to and work with to gain more knowledge on how to improve my skills in cosplay. A lot of people, I think, judge it, but it's a really good creative outlet, and I think a lot of people would have more fun if they tried it out themselves.
My name's Rebecca Sevrin. I'm older than dirt, and I'm in California right now. I make costumes for a living. I like sewing for bands. I used to be in a band, and I wanted stage wear, and I couldn't afford anything, but I could make stuff. So I started making clothes. I didn't think my stuff was good enough, so I just give it away. And then I had a friend saying, hey, you can make money selling this stuff. Why are you giving it away for? It's good. That started, and I was addicted to getting paid for stuff that I made. A drag queen taught me how to sew, and we went dumpster diving, and we found all this lace, and we found all this black leather, and I made like these shredded skirts, and we sold them at the store for $100 a piece. And, you know, that sucked me, and I thought, I want to make clothes forever. This is so much fun. I'm going to go dumpster diving. I'm going to sew stuff together, and I'm going to make money. This is fantastic. I worked with an armorer guy. His name's Tony Swatton. He had the Sword and the Stone, and he said, hey, my friend Ugo's sewing for Kiss. And I'm like, oh, I would kill for that job. It sounds so much fun. It has leather, buckles. This is when Jean wore the head-to-toe leather suit. The next day I get a call, and it's like, hey, Rebecca, it's Ugo. I really hate sewing this Kiss stuff, so I broke my hand on purpose, so I can't sew it anymore. Do you want to take it over? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'll give you all the money. Just let me come over and explain the suit to you. He didn't tell the costume designer he quit, and he hired me. She was like, do you know what you're doing? I'm like, yeah. Okay, we're going to go to Jean's house on Friday. So I was setting up their makeup station. I was in charge of their wardrobe, and I was also making stuff. Anything that was leather for the band, I built. My job was to maintain the costumes, and if something broke, I had to fix it. And I had to dress Jean.
Wait, are you saying making him happy is a puzzle? Jean's mind is a puzzle? Oh, you have no idea.
At the end of the tour, Jean told me, he said, out of all the wardrobe people we had, you were the best. Our clothes didn't stink.
Because you're saying nice things.
You're saying nice things about her work.
It's rare.
I know.
So I just worked really hard to keep them happy and just show I appreciated everything they did for me. When Kiss ended, everyone's like, what are you going to do for a living? How are you going to pay your bills? And I'm like, I'll find something. Don't worry. I got searched out by Ghost costume designer. She goes, I hear you sew wings and you do stuff for Kiss. And the Ghost job ended up lasting for 1 year. And that was fabulous. I made like 78 pieces. And then I did the paint job and it kind of looks 3D.
These are ready
And
to
I
go.
made about 4 per member. That was probably my favorite costume out of everything I made. I had an assistant and we sewed everything, just 2 of us sewed it all together, and it was so much fun.
Marina McElrea Green. I am 41. I currently reside in San Antonio, Texas. I work mostly with theatrical productions, stage shows, like live entertainment, as well as I do stuff for people on the side if they want just a very specific costume made by somebody that just isn't available somewhere else. I've been making little things out of fabric since I could fit underneath a sewing machine. Anytime that there was like a character or something I wanted to be, there weren't very many options. So I figured if I want it, I've got to make it. So that's really where I started getting more into like personal garment construction. I went to fashion design school, and one of the critiques from all of my professors was, it looks more like a costume than fashion. So I kind of took that as like a good nod in a direction of the, okay, maybe this is where I need to focus. Over the years, it's just been kind of a challenge for myself of, have I ever done this before? I haven't. So I want to try it. I think it's just a great line of work for somebody who loses focus really easily, like I do, where I get bored. And there's always something new to learn. You know, I've worked for Six Flags. I've worked on various ballets, touring shows, and I, of course, working with Mad Gallica. I've done costumes for her, and she gives me, well, this is how I'm drawn to this character, and this is the kind of vibe I want her to have. And she lives in this like interdimensional world. It lets me flesh out like, okay, so we need some floral kind of pulls to this. So it's like that helps her like be like, okay, I have the skin of the character. I've always felt this, but now I look this. But I don't think I could be happy without making. Even if it's not necessarily my design and my vision, I love to create for other people so that their vision comes to life. And the fact that I have the skill set that I can make that for them is a blessing. It's taken a lot of years of just keeping at it.
Everyone puts so much time and effort into their cosplay costumes, and we recognize that. It's just a great space to be in.